Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer.
Welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Drinking a beer tonight that I think is the same beer I drank last year, which is, of course, Magic Hat Roxy Rolles. Now this came in their Feast of Fools Winter Mix Pack last year. I reviewed it just about a year ago, and I really liked it. In fact, I put it immediately to my top 10 favorites of all time. Now this is an autumn seasonal, as you can see on the bottom, or the bottle there. And I'm not sure if they changed the recipe or anything. I'm assuming it's more or less the same. I like Magic Hat finally changed their website, because like they had a shitty website and it's like slightly better now. I still can't print out the description though. Try to print it off, all I could get was like the statistics or whatever. It's a amber ale, which if you're a hophead like me, if you like IPAs, amber ales are similar, very hoppy beers. It uses English ale yeast. For hops, it's Brewer's Gold and Simcoe. You get Simcoe is pretty popular in a lot of IPAs. For malts, we got Pale, Crystal, and 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓮𝓲𝓷. It's 5.1% ABV. 40 IBUs. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I don't really have anything else to say, so let's get pouring here. If it's as good as it was last year, I'm going to be really happy. I got almost a perfect pour there. That's an amber ale, all right. It's kind of like that rusty brown, kind of like reddish color. It's very hazy, very hazy, and you can see a little bit on the bottom. I can't really tell as far as carbonation. Had a pretty decent head there. That's like a tan almost. It's very off-white. I guess I can see through it a little. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of hops in the nose here. Get a little bit of a grapefruit scent. And again, like I remember last year, it was like, I thought it was like a strawberry scent, and I get a little bit of that again this year. Yeah, now that I like really pay attention to it, it's like really opening up. It's like very flowery. And you can smell the bitterness like right in the nose. So let's dive into Magic Hat Roxy Rolles 2009. Oh yeah. Tastes pretty much the same as last year. So I'm assuming they haven't really changed much. Up front you get a nice hot bite like you would with an IPA. But the difference is this isn't like so crisp. It's finishing with like kind of like a thicker, richer sweetness. Because you do kind of like get like a caramel maltiness in the end there. Yeah, nice bitterness in there. That's a really well balanced beer because it's bitter up front, and then it's nice and sweet and on the back end, and the finish is very smooth. Nice. It's reminding me of an IPA because I'm getting like it's a little bit piney and a little bit citrusy, but it's not a lot of either. It's pretty well balanced. And again, it's like hot bitterness up front, and like the malty sweetness on the finish. Super soft mouthfeel. It feels thick and heavy in the mouth, but it's not. It's almost like drinking a stout. It doesn't even feel like it's carbonated, because it's not like tearing at my tongue or anything. Which a lot of IPAs, they tend to be like super crisp and just, you know, dancing on your palate. But again, this isn't an IPA. It's an amber ale, which is, well, I'll let the beer advocate guys explain the difference. Well, I know there's a reason why this is one of my all-time favorite beers, because it's just it's so good in every way. Like, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Maybe, I mean, the palate as a whole, it's not like super complex like, you know, some kind of Trappist beer might be. But what's there is like really tasty, and it is intense, and it's so well balanced between the bitterness and the sweetness. And the ABV is perfect at 5.1. So I'm not really a big fan of big beers. This is an extremely drinker-friendly beer. I think anybody would love this beer. Lots of lacing on there. Lacing is a good indication of, you know, like higher quality ingredients, lots of hops. So, Magic Hat Roxy Rolles, it's probably, you might not be able to find this anymore unless you go to like a beer specialty store like I go to, but if you can find it, I highly recommend picking it up. I'm giving Magic Hat Roxy Rolles a 10 out of 10. It's an awesome beer.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.